Welcome, Sir Francis Drake. It's an honor to have you here.
The honor is mine, though I confess, sitting still feels strange. At sea, you're never truly still. The deck heaves, the sails snap, the men shout. Here, only quiet. I almost missed the storm.
Well, don't worry. We have plenty of questions to stir things up. Let's start at the beginning. Who was young Francis Drake?
A hungry boy with 12 brothers. Born around 1540 in Devon. My father was a farmer and a preacher, but poverty always swallowed us. I often went to bed with a little more than breadcrumbs in my tummy. The sea was my escape. By 12, I was apprenticed to a shipmaster carrying cargo along England's coast.
And you lived aboard the ship?
Aye, I did. Slept by the barrels, ate salted fish till my teeth ached, and learned every knot and sail. My bed was the deck, my lullaby with the waves. I knew then I would never live as a farmer.
Did you know it become famous?
Famous? No. At 12, I only dreamed of supper. But the sea, she teaches quickly. By 20, I was sailing far, even to Africa. That is where I learned of the grim trade of slaves.
And were you involved in those voyages?
We took Africans to the Americas, selling them to Spanish settlers. It brought great profit, but also enemies. Spain despised us for trespassing onto their empire. Looking back, I see the cruelty of it, but then I only saw opportunity.
So your rivalry with Spain began there?
Yes, they hunted us down like wolves. In 1568, at San Juan de Julia in Mexico, Spanish forces ambushed us. We lost ships, men, friends. I barely escaped alive. From that day, Spain has been my sworn enemy.
Sir Francis, let's talk about your most daring voyage, the circumnavigation of the globe.
The Grand Voyage. In 1577, I set sail with 5 ships, but unity is hard to keep at sea. One captain doubted me, Thomas Doughty. He stirred mutiny, and I was forced to try and order his execution. A hard deed, but the ship divided cannot survive.
That must have weighed heavily.
It did, but once discipline was firm, we pressed on. We fought through the Strait of Magellan, bitter winds, narrow channels, cliffs looming like giants. Storms scattered us. By the time we reached the Pacific, only my golden hind remained.
And did you raid the Spanish towns on the coast?
Aye, we struck like lightning. Valparaiso, Callao. The great prize was the treasure ship Nuestra Senora de la Concepcion. She was heavy with gold, silver, emeralds, even a golden crucifix. My men cheered as though heaven itself had blessed us.
And how did you survive the Pacific crossing?
Barely. We sailed for weeks with no sight of land. Water turned foul, biscuits swarmed with worms and maggots. Men grew sick with scurvy. At time, I thought the sea meant to bury us all. Yet, we reached the Philippines, then Java, then rounded the Cape of the Good Hope.
What was your return to England like?
Glorious. In 1580, after 3 years, we limped into Plymouth Harbour. The people hailed us as heroes, and when Her Majesty herself knighted me aboard the Golden Hind, I thought my own heart would burst.
Sounds like a great experience. Of course, you were equally remembered for the Armada. Tell us what that was like.
Spain sent over 150 ships carrying thousands of soldiers to crush England. Their fleet was vast, a floating city of war. We had fewer ships, but ours were lighter, faster, more nimble.
And the famous story is true, isn't it? You were playing bowls when the Armada was sighted?
True enough, I said, there is time to finish the game and still beat the Spaniards. A jest perhaps, but confidence steadies men better than fear.
How did you outwit the Spaniards?
Fire. We sent old ships aflame, drifting into the anchored fleet at Calais. Panic spread, their formation broke. Then we struck with speed, never letting them regroup. And the wind was with us. Storms scattered them north, many wrecked upon Scotland and Ireland. Of their great armada, fewer than half limped home.
Then England was saved.
Aye, and Spain's might was broken. From then on, England claimed the seas.
Your Majesty, Queen Elizabeth I, what an honor.
Of course, I couldn't let Drake tell the tale alone.
Your Majesty, your presence shines brighter than all the treasures I've ever carried.
Ever the flatterer, Sir Francis.
Your Majesty, may we ask about your reign?
I was crowned in 1558 when England was weak, divided by religion. Threatened by France and Spain, I chose not to marry, saying I was wedded to my people. Some call it folly, who kept England free from foreign kings.
And you balance Catholic and Protestant divisions?
I walked a tightrope, too much favor on one side, and the other rose in rebellion. I sought peace where I could, war only when needed, and in culture I encouraged poets, playwrights, and scholars. Shakespeare's play lit the stage, Spenser's poems sang in glory. England was alive with spirit.
Your Majesty, what was your relationship with Sir Francis Drake?
Spain called him a pirate. I called him my dragon. When he returned from circling the globe, I knighted him abroad, the Golden Hind. He risked much, but brought England glory. When Amanda came, I trusted him with my fleet.
And your Majesty's trust gave me courage. Without it, I might have been hanged as a thief. Instead, I sailed as a knight.
Supporting him was no easy choice. Spain demanded his head more than once, but his boldness is the lifeline of the empire.
Your Majesty, may we ask about your speech at Tilbury before the Armada?
I went to my soldiers and told them I had the body of a weak and feeble woman, but the heart and stomach of a king. I wished them to know what their queen would not hide behind walls while they risked their lives.
I tell you, the men who heard her words stood taller, fought fiercer. Her courage was our shield as much as our cannons.
Looking back, what do you both hope you remembered for?
That I was bold, that I showed the seas were not truly Spain's alone, and that England could dare and win.
That under my reign, England became strong, not only in war, but in art, learning, and national pride.
And what advice do you both have for future generations?
Be bold, but beware of arrogance. The sea humbles us all.
Rule or live with wisdom. Surround yourselves with doubting, but guide them with vision.
Wise words indeed. Sir Francis Drake, Queen Elizabeth I, thank you. This has been more than an interview. It's been a voyage through history.
Oh.